And that's our look at sport.
Thank you, Jack.
All right, thank you, Jack. Cold on the rink and cold just being outdoors, particularly in that wind today, whistling down the harbour where it never felt warmer than 7 degrees for most of the day. Weather.
Transform your home into a haven with cool, pure, clean air, creating a world of perfect comfort. Take your home to the next level with the air specialists.
Well, not too bad throughout tomorrow. After that, though, we're going to move through quite a challenging part of winter. Increased wet weather, winds and snow right across the northern New South Wales ranges and potentially across the higher elevated ground of Queensland as we move into the weekend and next week. Most of the wet weather has been falling on the western side of the Great Divide, and that's very typical of this setup. Very strong westerly winds flushing straight down the valley throughout today, but quite cloudy over the western slopes. Not bad along the coast. You can see a nice little gap. That's the nighttime period there, so it's going to be really quite cold again overnight with more wind chill factors. Then there's cloud getting ready to move in. We've got a cut-off low that is going to be tracking across South Australia into western New South Wales. So the start of the day, relatively fine, relatively clear, and then we've got cloud increasing across the state. Some wet weather building across the far western areas and then starting to reach the coast by tomorrow evening. And then that system will be pushing through on Wednesday, increasing the wet weather, and we're going to see a low form, 2 upper level cold pools, one forming a low off the New South Wales coast as we saw as we move towards the weekend, and the other one may be thrown north, so there may be snow periods across the higher elevated ground of the Central Highlands of Queensland as we move into next week. So an extraordinary situation here with that double cut off upper level cold pool. For now though, not too bad for Sydney tomorrow, and Brisbane 22, very cold right throughout the southeast, the Alice lovely throughout the north, although there could be a shower on the way for Darwin, a rare one during this time of the year. Dry in the west for Perth with 17 on the way. Generally, we fell just shy of that throughout the upper Hunter. We had a few 17s at Tokala around Williamtown, otherwise 16 to 18 degrees, but the wind chill factor, as I mentioned, at Nobbies, it peaked at 7.4 degrees earlier on today. Otherwise, it was generally less than 7. The westerly winds backing off throughout tomorrow, but it is still going to be very cold overnight tomorrow morning. Some cloud gathering around the mountains, the upper Hunter, and pushing through into the afternoon and tomorrow night, and maybe some showers as we move into the overnight period. But otherwise, it's going to generally be fine as the winds slow and we've got the sunshine after that cold start again. It's going to warm nicely into the high teens. For the coast, 18, 19s, otherwise 16, 17s for the majority of the valley floor for another, well, not bad winter's day with all things in comparison. So there's the swell. It's all offshore, not much getting in. At 6:45, the sun will rise. At 11:35, you've got that high tide throughout tomorrow. There's the wet weather ramping up on Wednesday. The cold, the wet weather, the winds, everything will be pushing through for what's going to be a very cold, wintry week. Let's go to the surf, or lack of at the moment. Very little in the way of swell. The westerly winds winning the argument at the moment. As we saw, there's plenty there, but those westerly winds, they will settle. So hopefully we might see some increased sets tomorrow. Another cold winter's night on the way.
OK, thank you, Gav. That's NBN News for this Monday. Current Affairs up next, and we'll have updates throughout the evening.
So thanks for your company from all of the NBN team.
Good night.
Good night.